Well, the Northern Township Board held their informational meeting regarding their intent to incorporate into a city. Our reporter Matthew Freeman attended the meeting and has more details.
Hundreds of residents of Northern Township packed the 4-H building at the Beltrami County Fairgrounds to learn more about Northern Township's intent to incorporate into a city. The township argues border stability, higher tax rates, and keeping control locally as their reasons to incorporate, stating that close to 23% of the township has already been annexed by the city of Bemidji.
You just can't do long-term planning when it comes to bigger projects and whatnot too, when you don't know what your borders are going to be and when you don't know how much tax revenue is coming in year after year. We should be able to determine what our future looks like, and that it shouldn't be the Bemidji City Council making those decisions.
Some residents had questions like how the township would change should the incorporation process go through.
Things don't have to change. They don't have to look that different than they are today. Incorporation just simply allows us to have the authority into the future to plan our community how we want to plan it. And if you guys, the residents, want it to stay this more local Northwoods character, that's exactly what it can be.
If the township were to incorporate into the city of Northern, the township also says they will have access to local government aid, which would drastically help fund certain projects.
We think it's going to be a six-figure number. That's money that is coming from the state solely because we become a city.
Some residents were wondering how much this will all cost.
We don't know, is it a 5-day trial, 7-day trial? Is it a 2-week trial? We've had them as long as 2.5 weeks. We've had them as short as 1 day. My guess is, realistically, that number is probably between $200,000 and $300,000.
Most of the residents who made a public comment during the meeting were in favor of incorporation.
The city has made one major, extremely poor decision that we would all be paying for. So I would support incorporation.
Some residents, however, disagreed, like former State Senator Rod Skoy.
It might be worth taking one more little stab at this. People want to keep their property taxes down. They want to keep the northern character of their land. That would indicate to me that you keep township government, because that's what townships do. They maintain the rural areas of the state. There's a reason that city taxes are more than township taxes. And you need to think about these things just a little bit.
The meeting took a turn once Bemidji Mayor George Prince stepped up to the microphone, mentioning the resolution that the Bemidji City Council passed, saying they would stop their annexation process if Northern Township ceased their intent to incorporate.
None of us can predict what the outcome of a court case will be. Not a single one of us. I'll tell you who wins in a court case: the attorneys. Yours and ours, because they both get paid. What the choices that get made at the council and at the town board won't just change what's going to happen in our community for a week or a month or a year, for generations. And if that's not worth a pause to take a little extra time to see whether or not we can figure this thing out, then I don't know what is.
At the end of the meeting, Township Chairman Jess Frenzel asked the residents in attendance for a vote on what they want for the township.
If you're in favor of being annexed by the city of Bemidji, let us know. If you're in favor of us incorporating into our own city and protecting it, let us know.
According to Northern Township, over 300 residents attended the meeting. Reporting in Northern Township, I'm Matthew Freeman, Lakeland News.
The Township Board says they don't have a trial date set yet, but will let residents know as soon as they do. Residents who attend the trial will have an opportunity to provide a public comment. The Township Board wants as many residents as possible to show up during that to voice their opinion.
Lakeland News is a nonprofit news organization. Donate to Lakeland PBS today to support your local news team.